friends. I'm Raina and welcome to the first Monday, kind of like day one of our May mindfulness practice and challenge. And so this week, we're really focusing on noticing ourselves, noticing our physical sensations and how we interact with our space, how the space interacts with us. And there are so many ways to practice mindfulness, but it's my opinion that starting with the body is a great way to start because we all have a body. And so much of this world is really happening to our bodies or because of our bodies so often. And so really starting with ourselves, how we are existing and experiencing the world, I think is a really, really beneficial practice. I find that the more understanding we have of kind of this internal world, this interior, the more we kind of know the rooms of our house, we know how to get around, the more awareness we start to have physically as we move through the world. So not just like our proprioception, kind of how our body's moving in space, essentially, but also how our movements, whether they be physical, energetic, emotional movements, interact with those around us and with the space around us. And so I hope that kind of makes a little bit of sense and settles in. And that's what we're going to be working through a lot of ways through this entire month. It's part of the reason I love asana because it really creates an attention to our interior and how the interior manifests externally to our exterior, and then the relationship between the two, how our physical practice can inform our internal kind of dialogue and our internal practices and just all the shit that's happening inside of us. So it's all about the relationship. It's about becoming aware, and especially for me and for the way I like to teach and practice, it's about appreciation. And so working into the appreciation for ourselves, working into the compassion we have for ourselves, and all the beautiful things that these practices can give us as far as enhancing our lives. So for this meditation, we're going to do a little bit of a body scan, taking in the sensations of what's kind of going on with ourselves. And I invite you to work this body scan into your day-to-day as feels fit. You can revisit this video, or you can take a minute as you sit in the car, as you sit at your desk, as you take a walk to the mailbox, and just see what your body is feeling, what the physical sensations that your body is feeling as you do whatever it is you're doing just then, and then how those physical sensations connect to the internal sensations. And so that all sounds really headspacey and probably a little strange and far out, but the more we practice and the more we kind of like dive into this, the more understanding that we'll gain. So take a moment and find a comfortable seat. I'm just sitting on the floor. I have this fun little chair. I love this thing. I'll link it below. It's been a true improvement to my life. But yeah, find a comfortable seat and take whatever that looks like for you. Floor, chair, couch, wherever you are, I want you to feel supported. I want you to feel comfortable. And I also want you to be able to sit with some intention. So sit up tall. Find that little bit of lift starting at the base of your body, bringing it upwards, but still keeping a bit of a soft belly. Hands rest maybe on the thighs, on the knees. Give yourself a little shake, a little jiggle, a little jostle. And then as you're ready, allow the eyes to close, or maybe just soften your gaze. And as you sit here, just take a moment and scan your surroundings. Begin to become aware of all the kind of sensory things that are around you. So taking in the smell of the room and how that smell makes you feel, what it brings up, what thoughts it maybe kind of provokes. Then let those thoughts go. Let the smell just become part of this practice. One more thing that supports your calm and your introspection. Taking in the sounds of your space. All the little things that create this container. And again, as you listen intentionally, you may begin to pick up things that you didn't hear before. And just take that moment. See how these sounds make you feel, what they provoke. And let those thoughts go. The sounds and the smells, they work together. And again, they help you create this container. And take in the textures that you're feeling. Maybe the firmness of the ground under you or the seat under you. The way your skin feels or your clothing feels. And again, just really inviting all these sensory things in and making them part of this practice. Noticing the fibers, noticing the feelings of maybe if you have like some lint on your clothes or a piece of animal hair, and just kind of all the small things that create our life. How these things make you feel, the thoughts that come up as you feel them. And take a moment, allow them to integrate, and let them fade away. And just take a moment and become aware of what you're tasting. And you may not be tasting much beyond your mouth, but maybe you just ate, or maybe you just drank something and you still have just a little leftover taste in your mouth. You can take a moment to swallow. Just finding again these kind of visceral things to experience. And as we've kind of brought this a little further in, I'd like you to become aware of your skin. And that connection of the air meeting your skin, or just that outer layer of your body. Maybe as you become aware of this, you feel a little tingle. You become aware of a breeze that you didn't realize was there. Let that awareness and that energy kind of seep a little deeper. Past the skin into the muscles. Begin to become aware of your body, of your physical form. Maybe as you become aware, you start to sway or twitch or wiggle, and that's beautiful. That's okay. Stillness is not a prerequisite or a requirement of meditation or yoga or mindfulness. So paying some attention to your toes and to your feet. Just checking in. Maybe you wiggle them or twitch them. As you become aware of your feet and toes, are they touching anything? Are they being supported? Is there ground under them? Can you feel carpet or your shoes and socks? And then just inviting that awareness kind of up the body. Beginning a little body scan. And taking in the sensations. Maybe it's soreness or tightness. Maybe it's tingles. Maybe you're like, my feet are falling asleep. Feel free to shift position if so. And become aware of your points of contact as you scan yourself. And you can do one slow scan, or you can kind of scan up and down and side to side, taking yourself in your entirety, in your fullness. And as you become aware of your points of contact with yourself, points of contact with the earth, just take a moment, and whether it be in your head or out of your mouth, say thank you. Thank you to these connections, these supports that you have, the earth under you, and your body. Holding you up, all of these things kind of conspiring to keep you in this space, to keep you grounded, to keep you present, to just hold you here, to help you be here. And coming towards the end of that little body scan you moved yourself through. And letting your awareness drop a little further in, coming to the breath. And no need to change it or manipulate it. Just paying attention to the natural rhythm of yourself. The fullness of your inhales and the completion of your exhales. Becoming aware of how your breath feels as it enters the body. And I mean truly feels. How does your nose feel? How do your nostrils feel as you pull the breath in? Where does it travel after that? Is it cool? Is it warm? How deep does it go? Where does it land in your body? Maybe hold it for a moment at the end of your exhale and just feel full. And find the other side of it. How does your body respond as the breath leaves? What's the temperature of the breath? Where does it move? And just continue to really pay attention to the sensation of the breath moving in and out of the body. Again, I invite you to hold the breath at the end of the inhale. To hold on empty at the end of your exhale, just to see how it feels. And if the mind begins to wander, see if you can bring it back to this point of attention. You're watching your breath right now. You're paying attention to how your breath feels right now. There is time for everything else a bit later. But in this moment, we are feeling ourselves breathe. And slowly bring one hand over the belly. You can either press onto the belly or just hover it. The other hand over the center of the chest. And again, paying that little bit of extra attention now, how the breath moves the body, the rise and fall. You can say these little affirmations in your head, or you can repeat them out loud. I am here. I am here in my fullness. I am here in my grace. I am here in my gratitude. I am here. I am here in my fullness. I am here in my grace. I am here in my gratitude. I am grateful for my body. I am grateful for my body and all that it does for me and with me. I am here with my body, and my body is here with me. With your next exhale, clear the body out. Take a big breath in through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. You can bring the hands back to the thighs or by the side. Take one last moment to thank yourself for making time to try something new, to try anything at all, really. Trying is beautiful. Trying is enough. A moment to thank your body once again for being wonderful. I encourage you to find as many moments as you can today to be in awe of yourself, to be mindful of how incredible you are, to find some appreciation there. Slowly begin to blink the eyes open, refocus the gaze, taking the light in, looking around your space, just focusing on 3 things that draw you back in, that ground you, and that maybe make you a little happy here. And on an inhale, sweep the arms overhead, reach nice and tall, press the palms together, and as you exhale, slide the hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. It's a privilege and an honor as always, and I will see you next time we're on the mat together.